Hello and welcome to another video of Excel Macro. And in this video, we are going to see that how to extract the table from PDF. As in many scenarios, it is required that we have to extract the table from PDF, and the same table we have to put into a Excel into different columns. So that is what we are going to see today. And we will complete this entire assignment into four different steps. The first step will be how to read table from PDF, one PDF file. So we will read the table from one PDF file, and the same code we will put into the loop, and that loop will go on each file in the folder. That will be the second step. And then we will combine the first step and second step together, and we will see if the code is able to extract the data from all the PDFs inside a folder or not. And then we will write the same extracted data into cells. So for your information, I will be sharing the link of the code somewhere in between the video. So please watch the complete video and download entire code with sample files from that link. There is one more thing, like we are using regular expressions a lot in this video. So if you don't know about how to use regular expression, you can refer the video in the description, or you can see the link on the top right now. Okay, so let's get started. First of all, let's see the type of PDF. Please like the video before we go ahead because the content is really useful for you. So these are the PDFs that I have. I have kept one text file also so that I can show you the example that the code will work only on the PDF files. Let's open one of the PDF. So you see in this PDF, the table is starting from here. So what we will do is we will first break this to two different parts, and then we will start reading the content separately. All right. So this is the file where I want to write macro. I will click here. After that, I will come here on the sheet. I have named my sheet. Please note this point. Right click and view code is the simplest way. So first of all, we have to create a subroutine. Inside this, first part is like we have to add the required references. So you can go to tools, references, and you can see these are the all references that I will require. So I have already added these references. You can search down in this list, and then from there you can search these references: regular expression, word library, and other will be automatically selected. If not, please select them. Second is like we will be reading the PDF using MS Word. So we have to create the object of MS Word first of all. So here you see the code which will initialize the MS Word application and then initialize one doc also in the memory. So now next thing is we have to declare required variables. So I am declaring the variables all in one so that I can save the time. You can declare the variables as it will come in your workflow. So here are the variables. Let me explain you these two lines. So first of all text. So all text is when we will read a file, entire text will be stored into this variable. Then we will break the entire text. So this text we will break. This part we will call summary and this part we will call table. So summary and table will come out of this. Whenever you will read the table for borders or for formatting, there might be some junk characters. So to clean those junk characters, so we will clean those junk characters and then we will store the table text into the clean text. So this is the uses. After that, when we have the clean text from the table, we have to break the table into lines. So you see two different lines are here. Line 1, line 2. If you have three different lines, you can break in three different lines. And one more thing, like every PDF have a different kind of text formatting. So the characters or the approach might be, or the syntax might be different, but the approach will remain same for all kind of PDFs. Now, once we will have lines available with us, what we will do is we will break those lines. So you see here, there is a space, or you might get some other character. So you have to break these lines. So after breaking these lines by space or by comma, whatever it is, you have to store them into a array, because once you will break, it will return a array of string. Array element 1 will be this, array element 2 will be this, array element, so like that it will store. So let's declare two different arrays. So since I have two lines, so I have taken two array variables here. Along with that, what we have to do, we have to add some more properties to this Word documents. So I am setting the new Word application to open the PDF file using Word application. And then we are going to use regular expressions to extract the right data. For that, we have to initialize the regular expression object as well. Alright. So here I have initialized regular expression object. Now next thing is we require a file from which we have to extract the data. We had already declared a variable here, and to that variable we are assigning the name now. Alright, so we have the file now. Before I go ahead, I have to set few regex properties. So multiline equals to true, global equals to true. So global equals to true, it will return all the matches, and I have explained these in detail in the last video. Find the link in the description. Alright, so entire text from PDF file. And then what we have to do, we have to break this entire text into two different parts. From here to above, it will be summary. From here to down, it will be table. Use a regular expression to break the text from by phrases. So let's see. So here is the pattern. I am using this part and this thank you, two things to break the entire text. So the part 2 of the regular expression I am taking into table text, because and part 1 I am taking in the summary text. So I have already debugged this. So you have to uncomment this line if you want to debug this. So before I run this code, what I have to do is I have to close the Word file. So here we will open a Word document, and that Word document will be open even after code is ended. So I have to add those two lines to close the Word document. So here are those lines, and everything will come inside this space before closing the document. Alright, so now let's try to run this and see. And to see the debug result, what we have to do is we have to go into view and open the immediate window. Any other code will come inside this part here. So let me run this and show you the result of summary text. And then we will run table text. So summary text is this, the top part of the PDF document. Okay, so I have opened the PDF document once again. So this part is the summary text. I will close this. Now we will see table text. Run this. I will clear this first of all. Control A and delete. So you see the table data is here. So I'll just go up. So you see this television 1787 delivery status item purchase. All the table data you can see here. All right. So we are able to extract the table text. We are able to split the table text and the summary text. I will disable this now. I will comment this part of code, debug part of code. Now next is that once we have summary text, we have to extract one information from summary text. So once we have this summary text separated, from this summary text, what we have to do, we have to take the city name. So city name is coming in between city and the zip. So what we will do is we will use the regular expression to get the word between words. Alright, so here you can see, so right now you can see the pattern here I have taken, and all these debug part will be changed with cell writing. So we will write this data into cell, but right now we are just printing for understanding. Okay, so after city name we have, if you want, I can run this now and check what is the city name coming. And to see the result, we have to go on view immediate window. City name is coming like any city 2. And in the PDF, city name is any city 2. So we are able to extract the right data using the regular expressions. This is how you can extract the text from the summary part. Now we will go in the PDF and we will see the table part. So from the table part, we have to extract two informations. First is item name. So first is the pin code and second is item name. So let's see how to do that. First of all, what we will do is we will break this entire, we will take this table data and we will clean, because right now if you see in table data, so I will print the table text here once again and I will disable this part. So you see this, these characters are coming, junk characters. So what we will do, first of all, we will clean this data. Okay, so disable this back. So the best approach to clean the data is like you just select the numbers and the characters, or if something else you require. What I am doing, I am taking the characters, numbers, and this slash of the date. And I am again using the regular expression. We will replace everything. So this is the sign of not. Other than A to Z, A to Z, 0 to 9, and the slash. So you can see the slash sign also I have taken. If you want to take some other character, you can just add here in the blank space. What it will do, it will not delete that part, but it will delete everything else and replace that part with the nothing. This is basically a blank space, you see. All right, and then you will have the clean text. So right now you can see the special characters here, but now let me run after cleaning the text. And before that, I will clear this window, Control A, delete. So now you can see the clear data is coming here. Next step, we have to break these two different lines. So what we will do is first we will take the data from here, order zip to item name. So if we will break and we will slice the data by these two words, we will get this one, this part. So the index number one will be order number, index number two will be date, index number three will be city, and then pin code. We will again break from here till end. So the number one will be item name, number two will be price, and so on. So what we have to do next, we have to first break into two lines and then we have to convert those two lines into the arrays. So I am cutting out this line from order zip till item name and I am storing the result number 2 into the line 1, and then I am trimming the line 1. I want to delete the space from start and space from end. Okay, I will disable this debug now, and you can enable all of this if you want to see all the results together. Now it is time of line 2, and I will share the link of the code so you don't have to worry about that. Just understand all these steps how it is working. For line 2, we are not using regular expression, we are using the split, simple split function, and we are splitting by this delivery date. We are selecting the part 1, so it starts from 0. If you will select 0, it will give you the left hand side of part. If you will select 1, it will give you the right hand side of part. Alright, so now let's see what is the line 1 and line 2 coming. Enable this debug part, clear this window and run. So you see, you can match this with the table. In the code, I am using PDF number 4, but here I am showing the PDF number 3 so that we will not have to close the file again and again. That is why you see the difference, but yes, you can see the pattern of the data is same. So we are able to extract all the results. And now here is the link of the code. And now we will break these two lines by space and insert the result inside the arrays and then access the information from those arrays. So here is the code. We are using the test line 1 and breaking that with space. So in my case, I am using two spaces. In your case, it can be one or it can be single. It can be three also. So you have to give the same thing here. One, two, one, two. And then once you are breaking the in array number one, which is the line number one, or at the fourth place, we have pin code. Okay, let me show you. Our zip code is at fourth place. That's why we are taking 3, 0, 1, 2, 3. It starts from 0. And then we have the item name at the first place in the line number 2, refrigerator. So you can see line 2 we are splitting again with double space, and then it is we are storing in the array, and then we are printing the first part. Now let me run this. So you can see the zip code is, this is the line for just for testing purpose. Same it is, and then the real code is here, and this is the line for explanation purpose, and then the real television is here. So we extracted almost all the information by now. So you can see the code once again here from top, line by line. I have already explained, and my comments are explaining very well everything. Okay, I will go down third part here. Now what we will do is we will convert this code in a function, and then we will call that function into one more subroutine, and then we will go one by one to each file, and then we will write the data in this Excel. So remember, when we are writing the data in the Excel, we have to check the row, and then from the next row we have to start writing. So for that we will require two things. I will come back to the code. First of all, you want to write this information for each file, so I will call in a loop for each file. We require two things here. We require a file name, so this file name will be disabled, and the file name will come as an argument from the loop. Other than that, we require one more thing from the loop, that is which line you have to write the data. So that is the row counter, that will also come from the function when we will call it. Okay, so let me change this into the function, and before that let me show you how to loop on each file. So I will go up, and above this I will do, I will just create one more subroutine as loop on each PDF. All right. And then we have to create one file system object, and then we have to pass the folder path where our PDFs are kept. And then we have to print the each file. So folder files. So if you want to just print the name, you can use the name. If you want to print the path, you can change it to. I will run this. As of now, there is no connection between this and this, that we will set in some time. So I will delete this debug. So I will and then I will run now. So you can see PDF 1, PDF 2, PDF 3, PDF 4, and one is the temp PDF because we have already kept one PDF open. And it is giving the text file also. So these many files are there in that folder. If you can see here, if you can see, all the files are here. Text file. Now what we have to do is we have to put a filter or a condition so that it is not going on the text file. It is going only on the PDF file, and our macro is not going on with not reading the temporary files also. For that we have to use a if condition. So I have added this if condition. If the file is like .pdf, so if this is there in the file path and first two character of the file name is not this, then only it will print the file name. Otherwise, it will not print. So, okay, so let's try to check this. All right, so let's run this now and check if it is excluding this file and this file. I will right now delete this old text and then run it again. You see, it is going giving only three file names, which is PDF and not temporary. Now we have to call the function. So what, for each file it is going, for each file we have to perform this task which we have created in the code just few minutes back. So for each file it should happen. For each file it should extract the information and write in the Excel. So now when we have to run for each file, we require two things. First of all, which line data should be, and second, which is the file. All right, so now let's change this to the function. After changing this to the function, we will create two input argument, file path as string, and second is in excel row as in row counter, which is basically the Excel row counter. Same variables we have to get here in this procedure where we are looping on each file. So first we have to create a variable in this loop sub procedure to get the row. So next row I have taken as integer. Now from where this next row come, if I can get the last row that is in my Excel, then plus one will be the next row. I have taken this last row and then plus one is the next row. All right, so we have now file path which is coming from here, and we have the next row. Now we can call that function inside this. It's called read single PDF. When you will start open bracket, it will automatically ask you the parameter value. So path, where is the path? Path is in this os.file path. So we will just copy and paste here, comma. What is the in row counter? The next row is the row counter. After this, what we have to do is, in this function, we have to pass the column names. So if I come here, I give this as city, and this as pin, and this as item name. So let's say these are the headers, and this is my sheet name. Now for this, we have to do the changes in the function. So city name, just flow to this where you are debugging. Sheet, your sheet name, range, and then which column you want to keep the city name, and then the row counter. So row counter is coming from here, when, and it is in the call of the function. Okay, so let's come down to this part, zip code. If you want, you can disable. If you want, you can delete these lines. So for zip code, we had already created one variable. If you see inside the function zip code, and this zip code we will store into this before we are writing in the Excel. Okay, so I have just replaced this part with the variable, and then from the variable we are writing in the Excel. Same thing about the item name. We had already created the item name, and I will just paste it here. Okay, so you can have a look on this changed code here, and then we have done slight change into this part. All right, let's have a look here. I will just minimize this, and let's delete this, and let's run the code. It is running now. You see the data is coming. So you see the data is getting written only in one row. You know the reason why? Because we are not increasing the next row counter here. Next row is equals to next row plus 1, and it will come inside if. Second thing is, the mistake is we have to disable this file name, and now the file name is coming from function argument, this file path. It is coming from that function, and this we have to pass here. So it is appending. So you must have noticed, like, the data which is in row 1 was already there. So it has started writing the data from this, and it has again gone to that same file and written the data once again. So it is appending perfectly. So if you will change it, and if you will run for different folder, it will append the data. If you are not able to understand any line, you can comment. With the time, I will see and definitely answer your query. All right. I have already shared the link in the previous part of this video, so you can have a look. And if you have seen the entire video, you will definitely have the link by now. Download the data and practice it. I hope this video was useful for you. Subscribe to the channel and like the video. Share your feedback in comment. Thank you very much for your time.